morning, everybody. Broadcasting live from Matatlan, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek, and this is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. On the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, we make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. Hello, everybody. We have a lot of people in the house this morning. Christine Prowse, who is with us almost every Saturday morning from Montana, won't be with us today. You can see her message in the chat board because she's leaving the house and headed to Ecuador. And I'm sure she'll sign in with us next week and tell us how she loves Ecuador. We got Dr. John in the house, Catherine in the house, Don Cole in the house, Stephen in the house. We have a lot to cover today. Lots going on down here. Don Mack. Ola from German Village. That's my hometown. German Village is in Columbus, Ohio. Smidge. Sausage House. Bahama Mamas. If you ever go to Columbus, Ohio, you got to go to, after you go to White Castle, then you got to go to Schmidt's Sausage House and get a Bahama Mama. It's German food. James and Rena. James and Rena are in Ahihic. Oh, yeah. I hope you guys find a fabulous place to stay. Big Mike. Hey, Bill. You're looking younger every week. Mexico loves you. Mexico does. I tell you, these videos are all about the joys of living in Mexico, and I feel younger every day. Life gets better and better every day. It's wonderful. Come on down. She thinks, so she speaks. From Merida, Allah, good morning to you. Camping Allen is in the house. Holly is in the house. And happy to see you guys. Lots going on down here. I'm getting different colored flashing lights on both of my screens here, so I hope this goes well. Katrina the Maker, good morning to Katrina the Maker. Had a little challenge this week. It started about 10 days ago. My debit card, Elizabeth Acker, good morning from Nova Scotia. What is the temperature and humidity there? We are melting here. Don Mack, don't forget your desired Smitch Beats cream puff inside. James and Rena, we're staying 100 feet away from Wee Wee. Oh, James and Rena. Okay. They're talking about a French restaurant that is a block away from where Chris and Mark lived. I lived there for 2 months. And it's a French restaurant, and Gabby is the co-owner. I think Gabby is the owner's wife. But anyway, they make like 5 different kinds of quiche, and you can go down there and get a quiche for like $2, and I would take that home. I'd get 2 of them, and I could live on that for a couple of days. Lynn, howdy from Ahihic. Ola, Lynn, Keith, Hannah, Ola, Bill, greetings from Toronto, United States in the house, Canada in the house. Welcome, everybody. But I had a little challenge this week. My credit card got compromised. Actually, it's a debit card for my bank, and I don't have any credit cards. I got rid of credit cards about 20 years ago, and so I just pay cash for everything. So I live with my debit card for my bank. When I need money, I go to the money machine and get money. All of my automatic payments go through that card. But I tried to purchase a part for Amazon, from Amazon. I need a new controller for my for my drone. So it was only like $250, and Amazon declined my payment. So I contacted my bank and told them, and they were very nice about it. They said, we can get you a new card and all that kind of. No. They said, we were looking at my bank statement, and they said, it looks like your account has been compromised. I said, really? Okay. So they found $1,400 in fraud on my account. I didn't see it. I don't know where it came from. So they canceled that card. They're sending me another card. The card should get here Monday, DHL. I'm tracking it right now, day by day, hour by hour, because without that debit card, I don't have any money. Like right now, I have about $35 and I got a ton of cash in the bank, in my PayPal account, but I don't have any cash. So it's like George and Betty are here visiting Matatlan. They got together with Allie, the realtor, this week. And they emailed me Wednesday, and they wanted me to go out for beers with them. And I didn't know how to tell them, I don't have any money. You guys are going to have to pay for everything. I'm sure that would not have been a problem, but I felt really bad about that. So I told them that I was busy, which I was. And then last night, Allie and Frazier emailed me last night at 7:30. They wanted to go to a disco, and but I was preparing clips for today to show you guys. Plus, I didn't have any money. So, but I tell you what, if you come down here and you go to an ATM machine, you have to be very careful about which ATM machines you use, because they have little devices that the thieves, they put in this little thing in the ATM machine, and then when you leave and pull your card out, they go in and put in some kind of card. It records your card, and then people start taking your money. So anyway, hopefully my ATM card shows up tomorrow, Monday, and I can go directly to the bank and get out a ton of money and buy a bunch of food, because I have a list of stuff that I need to get from Walmart. And got to go to Home Depot. Okay, now, let's see what's going on over here. I got my computer over here. The camera's over there. Excuse me for looking at my computer. Let's see, what's going on? Keith, Hannah, Jay Smith, Jesse and Sherry Smith will bring you some White Castles when we come to Matatlan in September. Please bring me the jalapeno cheeseburgers. They call them rat burgers. If you're in Columbus, they're called rat burgers. And if you don't know what a White Castle is, it's the best little burger you ever had in your life. All their meat is fresh, and they steam their buns. And if you get a cheeseburger, then they put jalapeno cheese on it, cooked in onions, fresh onions. Fabulous. Okay, here we go. Claudia, good morning, everyone. Patty B, good morning. Bill and everyone. Big Mike, how does the bank send your new card? Will they send it to Mexico? Yeah, Big Mike, what they do, the bank, my bank is international. So this happens to them frequently, and they know. It's like when Donald Trump sent out the stimulus check, I guess that was a couple of years ago. I get a letter from Donald Trump, and it says, all you Americans, I'm sending you this money, and, use it wisely, and blah, 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 and here's your check. And it's like a one-page letter, and the envelope is only so big. So I'm looking through the envelope. Maybe the check is in this envelope. Maybe it's folded up in this letter. There was no check. So that letter was dated like May 21st or something like that. I did not get the stimulus check for 9 months because they sent it through regular mail. So Big Mike, to answer your question, banks know that to get something to you, they have to use an overnight service like Federal Express, DHL, something like that. And so now I'm tracking it. I've been tracking the card. It just left. Guadalajara. I can see that it went to Cincinnati, then it went to Guadalajara. It left Guadalajara this morning, so I should be able to receive my card. But anyway, they use DHL, and it's funny, they don't even charge my account, and I know that costs like $50. Claudia, good morning, everybody. Patty, good morning. Thumbs up for Bill, Big Mike. Shonda, good morning, beautiful people from Dallas, Texas. And of course, Dallas is my middle name. Wayne, Ola from Gold Canyon, Arizona. Big Mike, did you tell them to ship the card DHL? Are they charging you? No, they did it automatically and they are not charging me. Keith, hit the thumbs up button, everyone. Yeah, if you're out there, we got 46 people in the house, 17 likes. Now we got 49 people in the house. Click that like button. Alan, J. Smith, will you two be there in early September by chance? My wife and I are visiting Matatlan in September. Don Cole, hit the like button. Yeah, hit the like button. What else do we have going on here? This week I put up 2 videos. And I put up 2 videos this week. And I had enough money to pay for my cell phone service. It's due like the 5th of every month. And I usually pay that online, but since I couldn't use my card, I had to visit them in person. And like a couple of weeks ago, I showed you guys this clip of when I went to Walmart. And this is Walmart. And this is only a mile away from where I live. Walmart, they have a Sam's Club there, and it ends up that they have this super mall right across the street, and I'd never been to the super mall. They have these super malls, and many of them are called gallerias, and I don't know if they're all owned by the same people, but they're throughout Mexico, and these gallerias malls are fabulous. So I could barely see the mall. There's the mall over there across the street. It's hard to see. It's on the other side of the parking lot. You can see brown in the middle, white on the sides, but it is huge. So I went to Telcel to pay for my cell phone. And it was a nice experience. They have Sears in there. You guys tell me, do you still have Sears in the United States? But Sears down here is fabulous. And another national department store they have down here is called Liverpool. And between Sears and Liverpool, they're luxurious places. Their prices are very good. But I walked around the mall and took pictures, and you would be surprised of all of the American stores, all of the American places to eat are right there in the mall, and they're giant. The architecture is wonderful. I'm going to show you some clips here in a minute. Okay, cheeseburger with frijoles. Where do you recommend staying when visiting in Matatlan? Well, I'll tell you what, if you're coming down, try the Reina del Mar bed and breakfast. And again, you guys, I have moved all of my helpful links to my website, which is at billthegeek.org. billthegeek.org. And on billthegeek.org, at the very top of that page on the right-hand side, you'll see a button that says FAQs. And if you click the FAQs button, you will see the address, phone number, email for Sherry at Reina del Mar, a bed and breakfast. It is a half a block away from the beach. It's a half a block away from the Malecon. And plus, they're very personable. They'll answer all your questions. There are all kinds of restaurants you can go to. You can walk to so many places from the Reina Del Mar Bed and Breakfast. I've done a couple of videos on them. It's a fabulous place. Okay. A question. Okay. Buenos dias, William Stoneman. Welcome, William. Alan, did your apartment come with a parking spot? If not, do you just find an open spot on the street? There is off-street parking that is just for people that live in this complex, and it's never full. I mean, there are always 3 to 4 spots available. But, you know, I take the elevator down, walk out the door, I'm right at my car, and that is very convenient. Okay. Alan, we have a very small Sears about 40 miles away. It is just kitchen, yard, and tool items. Okay. Matoimi, good morning from Los Angeles. And Matoimi, tell me, how's the video and how's the audio? Looks like we're freezing up a little bit on my end. Jay Smith, Alan, we have to finish with the sale of our house, so we don't have a closing date yet. We're moving from Arkansas. Well, come on down. We're waiting for you. We have beer and tequila and tacos ready to go down here. Yes. So this week, I think it was yesterday, I put up this video. I put up another video the day before that. I think that video might have been about the apartment of Frazier and Allie. Alan. Kate. Hola, Kate. Good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you, Kate. Great to have you in the house. Yeah. So anyway, let's see. 1700 GM. I have an all electric car. Will I have a hard time finding charging stations? I think that depends. Thank you, Matomi. I think that depends on where you live. When I was in Guadalajara, I did see charging stations. I have not seen any charging stations in Matatlan. I don't know what the situation is. Big Mike just gave me 45 cents, and I appreciate your donation. Thank you very much. All donations help the channel, and it keeps us traveling and on the road. Shrimp tacos. Yes. But Mark Johnson, how's surfing? I haven't been surfing. I don't know how to surf. I swim very well. So anyway, so I did some walking around. Here is the Telcel office. Telcel, you can buy phones in there, and you can see the mall is very neat and clean and shiny. There's Sears. Sears is 2 stories tall, very neat and clean. The thing is, they don't like you to take videos in here. I put up this video yesterday, but I've been in the malls where I'm taking videos and I'm standing outside across the street from the mall, and they tell me, no, you can't take videos of this. In Chapala, Telcel is in this big food mart area, and I was taking videos of Telcel and the food mart, and security came up and they said, oh, you can't take videos. So when I have my camera here, these videos are really bad because I'm hiding my camera. But here I go up the escalator. I'm waiting on Telcel to open up so I can give them my money. But you can see everything's very modern. Very modern. And something very popular in Mexico are these places. They're places for kids to play while the parents are shopping or eating dinner. You drop your kids off in these places, and then you don't have to deal with them. That's what I call it. You can get away from the kids for a while. Even when I was in Guadalajara, I was living in Zapopan, and there was this big grocery store and all these fish markets and hardware stores. And they had 2 places for kids, and they have adults in there that play with your kids and organize games. Kids are so important, and they love, Big Mike, that was a wonderful donation, and every dime is greatly appreciated. But it's very cool. Rush Shrewsbury sounds like the mall had great AC. If you go to a mall in Mexico, bring a jacket or a sweatshirt. I was freezing. It was 93 degrees outside, hot and humid. I walked into the mall and I about froze to death. So definitely take something to wear. But here we go. In the mall, there's a Cinemex, which is like a movie theater. They have all kinds of shops. You can buy jewelry, clothing. I'm going to show you many of the types of places where you can shop. It's kind of surprising, actually. Like in a second, we're going to go into the food mart. Okay. They have all the popular brands. This is an Adidas store. You can get any type of tennis shoe you could ever want in the Adidas store. And you can see it's a 2-story mall. There's Cinemex. That is a movie theater. And they have 2 movie theaters in here. And the thing is, it only costs like 40 pesos to go see a movie. That's $2. And if you go at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you'll be the only one in the movie theater. And they have a movie theater down here. It's called VIP. And for you Canadians, you Americans, you guys are so spoiled. But down here, I'd never been to a VIP movie theater. All of the seats are leather recliners, and then they have like a little dinner table next to each table, so you can buy cheeseburgers or tacos or whatever you want. And if you get there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday through Friday, you'll be the only one there looking at a super big screen, watching Top Gun. And having a great time. Tom M. Hi, Bill. Curious to know if you need proof of address to get a Telcel account or any cell phone account in Mexico. That's a very good question. Very good question. I'm trying to remember. And if anyone knows the answer to that question, I don't think so. But what you will need is your passport or your Visa card. I think you need to show. Okay, now there's a couple of things with cell phone services, but I think you will need to show your temporary visa or your permanent visa or a passport. But that's only if you're signing up for a Telcel plan. And that means you're going to sign up with them for about a year. Now, on the other hand, you can just go to OXXO, which is like 7-Eleven. You can buy a chip from OXXO, 7-Eleven, stick it into your phone, you're good to go. Then you buy minutes, and you will need no identification for that. You can go in there, they'll sell you a chip, then you'll have a Mexican phone number, and you're good to go. Okay, Kimberly, I applaud, I like you. Kimberly, I don't know what that word is right there. Megan, is the movie in English? That's an excellent question. When I first came to Mexico, that was like 40 years ago. Seriously, we were in San Luis Potosi, and we were a group of college students. All of us were staying with different families to learn Spanish. So somebody said, let's go to the movie theater. And I'm thinking, why do we want to go to the movie theater? We won't be able to understand anything. So we go to the movie theater, and it's all in English with Spanish subtitles. And things have not changed much since then. If you go to the movie theater down here in Mexico, almost all of the movies are in English. Now, something changed about 4 or 5 years ago. Now they're in the movie theaters, they'll have movies that will be in English or they'll be in Spanish. And almost every movie theater that I've gone to has had a website. And you can go to their website, and it'll show you when the what movies are playing, what time they're playing, and then they'll show you which ones are in Spanish and which ones are in English. And Linda Burns, thank you so much for contributing to the panel. Thank you. Every dime we invest back into our travel and into our videos, or we buy Heinekens. And that's another story about what's going on down here. Kimberly, Irway, MD, are you really a doctor? Okay, hold on a second. What is the price of the movie tickets, Bill? James and Rena, not if it is a Telso. Okay, I'm backing up here. I'm looking at these. Okay, what is the price of the movie tickets? I think I said it before a few minutes ago. The movie tickets cost 40 pesos. Last time I went, they were 40 pesos. That's $2. If you go and watch a VIP movie, that's going to cost you $7.50. And I had these ladies, they became my friends. They worked at OXXO. I'd see them like every day. And I told them that I went to the VIP, and they were Mexicans. And I told them I went to the VIP movie. And they said, oh no, we don't go to the VIP movie. It's too expensive, okay? But it's $7.50 and it's luxurious. Okay. James and Rena, I have seen several Telzas in Guadalajara and several in Ajijic. James and Rena, I want to know where they charging these up? Can you charge those up at home? Big Mike, are there anywhere to buy books in English by you? There are always some freaky Americans or Canadians that open bookstores. They may be used books, but tell you what, when I lived in Cincinnati, I had a whole wall. I had a house, and I had a whole wall filled with books. Now I don't own any books. All my books are in my telephone. And how cool. I can get on my phone. They're all Kindle books. And I read books every day in Kindle. So I get all my books because Kindle has everything. 1700 GM. Microwave food is not very popular in Mexico like it is in the USA. Do grocery stores in Mexico sell a variety of microwave food, or is it limited? Very good question. I use my microwave every day, but I'm an American, and I've been here a month. I have not used stove one time. And when you go to the major grocery stores, and the big one here is called Suriana, but even if you go to Walmart, their frozen food collection is nothing like the United States. I mean, the United States, they have, I remember when I was a kid, they have that brand of, that's microwave food. Microwave food is not like it is in the United States. Okay, my apologies. I have a neurologic disability, so typing is really hard, but I hope you'll email me and give you your realtor Alejandra's info. I want to call her. Okay, Kimberly, here's what you do. Let me type this in the chat box here. What you want to do is go to billthegeek.org. Go to billthegeek.org and go to billthegeek.org. And if you go to billthegeek.org, at the top of the screen on the right-hand side, you'll see something that says FAQs. Click there, and there's Alejandra's website and her email. And she has taken out at least 2 or 3 of my subscribers this month, showing them houses. Okay, da. Boy, I got to scroll down here. I'm missing stuff. Okay, Brenda Douglas. Hi, Bill. BJ here. Sorry that I got here late. Wow, what a great mall. Have my cell phone service with consumer services. Would I need to change providers? I'm going to say yes, but you can also, they have an AT&T office here. Hold on a second. In the mall, they have an AT&T office, a Telcel office, so you may have to switch services. Okay, Kimberly, okay, you got that, but I'm still not smart enough to figure out how to send. Well, it's an email. Kimberly, it's an email address. You just put it in your email, just like if you were emailing me, you just put in her email, hit the send button, and you're good to go. Send me money. Okay. At the bottom of your screen, Kimberly, right below the chat box, there's a little $sign. And you just click the little $sign, and then you can decide how much you want to share with the channel. On the other hand, in the description below, there is a donation link button, and you can click that, or you can go to billthegeek.org, and on the left-hand side of the screen, there's a big picture that says donate, and you can click there and donate via Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or PayPal. Okay, here we go. Dr. John, Crapo Productions. I remember going to see The Deer Hunter when I lived in GDL, that's Guadalajara. My novia, later my wife, went to El Cine every weekend. Now, the funny thing is, like, I was in a long-term relationship with a Mexican female, and that was like 8 years, and we would watch Netflix together, and all the movies in Netflix were in English. And she grew up reading subtitles. It wasn't a problem for her. And I think it really helped her reading skills because I couldn't read that fast. Sometimes we would watch Spanish movies, and that was hard for me. And after watching two movies, she would get tired. Okie dokie, here we go. Neil, great show, Bill. Thanks, Neil. You're very welcome. I do what I can with what I got. Kimberly, also, Alan, do you like Matatlan better than the Guadalajara area? Kimberly, yes. I lived in Guadalajara for 3 years. Guadalajara is super fantastic. They say Chapala and Ajijic has the greatest climate in the world. Well, Guadalajara is only like 40 miles from Ajijic, Chapala. So it never gets humid in Guadalajara. A teeny tiny bit humid. But the weather is fabulous in Guadalajara, except I didn't like it because in the winter it goes down to like 47 degrees at nighttime. I don't like that. But and then I think Guadalajara, the population of Guadalajara, depending on who you talk to, is like 4 to 5 million people. And there's lots to do, lots of food. I found the people to be very friendly, but the traffic is terrible. So Matatlan, the population, depending on who you talk to, is like 300,000 to 500,000 people. It's a lot smaller, but they have a lot of culture here. They say that 30% of the people that live here speak English. I think the socioeconomic status of Mexican national on the average is better here. So I think that even though they have a lot of universities in Guadalajara, they have a lot of corporations in Guadalajara, they have many educated people in Guadalajara, I prefer Matatlan, and that's why I'm living in Matatlan. I've lived in Puerto Vallarta, Guadalajara, and I'm having a very good time in Matatlan. Jay Smith, LJ, we haven't started the process yet. Okay, I think I missed something. Oh, Kimberly, microwaves are magical. And I tell you what, soon I'm going to get one of those pots. Okay, here we go. Okay. I'm catching up over here. Autumn Green from Sacramento. Jay Smith in Little Rock. Joette Benjamin, aka the Ganja Granny. Okay. I'm planning on moving down by October. I need an assisted living facility because of a genetic disorder. I am in a wheelchair. I need minimal care so far. Can you recommend a facility in Chapala? Ooh, that's a very good question. Okay, here's what you want to do. Ganja Granny, that means you must sell pot or smoke pot. It's all good with me. I do it too. But here's what you want to do. Go to billthegeek.org, click on FAQs, and look through that list of contacts there and find the email of Katie Ibarra. I've done many videos with Katie. She's from Columbus, Ohio. She's lived in Mexico like 10 or 20 years. And we've done many videos together. Katie knows everything about the Chapala Ajijic area. There you will find her phone number for the United States, her phone number in Mexico. She will hook you up, I guarantee. And I've seen billboards for living centers for people, for expats, people from Canada, people from the United States. There are many of them. I'm not familiar with the names of many of them. You're welcome. Contact Katie Ibarra. She's a wealth of information. Cream cheese. Movie listings will note. I just got a notification of payment here on my phone, and I want to thank whoever sent this out. So here we go. Who is this? Who sent me some cash? Enigma. I don't know who Enigma is, but Enigma just sent me $5. And I want to thank you very much because $5 goes a long way here in Mexico. Thank you very much for your contributions. Cream Cheese, movie listings will note doblado o subtítulo. Doblado es dubbed and will have Spanish audio. Subtítulo is with Spanish subtitles, and original, usually English audio. Thank you, Cream Cheese. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, you're the best. I'm a total nerd, but I'm not as cool as a geek. I try hard. What's going on now? Neil Stewart. Then the word TV dinner. I remember you used to be able to go into places. My mom, who worked, she was the secretary for the vice president of the Ohio State University, and my dad worked. And so my mom would make dinner every night, and most of the dinners were TV dinners. Jay Smith, thanks a lot for the info on that. Jay Smith. Kimberly, stupid iPhone 13. I'll look on my laptop. Brenda Douglas, BJ, I have tons of books too. Bill, are the stove more electric than gas? I have checked alleys, great apartments, great prices. Okay, stoves in Mexico. And you guys, you've heard me say it a million times. I've been here 17 years. I've been in this apartment for a month. This is the first place I've lived in with an electric stove. I mean, I've lived in like 8 places in 17 years. This is the first place that I've ever even seen an electric stove. Joette, Joette, Benji, that's Granny. That's marijuana Granny just sent me $4. Thank you very much for your contribution. We can use every dime. Bill the Geek can use every dime. Oh yeah. Magique. Manifesto, good morning, Bill, from Austin, Texas, the best city in Texas. Kimberly, have you ever landed on a live stream before? I have never landed on a live stream before, but I think you are great at it. Thank you so much for your insights. Kimberly, happy to be able to do it. Tell Granny to look for Casa Anastasia. Okay, Granny. Yeah, there it is. You can see it right there in the chat board. Do a search for that in the Chapala area. Crapo, Dr. John. Some confusion over the reported population is indeed because they count the metro area, which includes Zapopan, Tlaquepaque, Tinola. Guadalajara proper is much less than 4 million, which is so true. And Dr. John, that's why I said, it depends on who you talk to, what area is included. Like for Columbus, Ohio, I think the population is like 800,000. But if you add in Upper Arlington, Worthington, Hilliard, Granville, then the population goes way up. Brenda Douglas. I've been visiting Bill's videos. He's just fantastic. Thank you, Brenda. 1700. I hear it's hard to find shoes in Mexico. Oh my God. Sorry, everybody, about that little health challenge I just had. But yeah, size 12 shoes. I wear size 12 shoes. And I tell you what, for 17 years, I would go into shoe stores and I would see a nice pair of shoes and they'd say, no, we don't have that. And so after many years, I would go into a shoe store and I would have them look at my feet and I'd say, what do you have for me? And usually they would have maybe 2 pairs of shoes, and they may have thousands of different shoes, thousands, but they might only have 2. They may only have 2 that are for people with feet my size. And Dr. John, thank you so much. And for you people that come back and share your love, I thank you so much. We can use every dime here on the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. But I tell you, I'd look for shoes and I would have to buy crappy shoes. Now, flip-flops, you can find size 12 flip-flops, but I mean, when I was walking regularly in Chapala, Ahihic, we would be walking and it would be raining, and sometimes we're walking through like 2 inches of puddles, and I wanted to get some really nice boots that they were athletic walking boots that were waterproof. You're not going to find that. So what I found out was I just order all my shoes through Amazon now. Like I've got some Air Jordan Nikes, and I just go to Amazon, put in size 12. They get here in a couple of days. So if you have size 12 feet, don't worry. Just order your shoes through Amazon. Amazon has every shoe you could ever want. That way you can get the exact size you want and the exact style you want. And it took me 15 years to figure that out. Okay, let's see what's going on. Joette, Ganja Granny, I use it for pain management as opposed to opiate. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I think you got that name right. Just do a search for it or contact Katie Ibarra. Okay, Patty B, if you are of Mexican descent, as I am, then you know the purpose of the stove oven is storage of pots and pans. That is so funny. Patty B, that is so funny because that's what I'm using my oven for right now. And in Chapala, we had a brand new stove. It came with the house, brand new stove. And we never baked anything in that. We just stored pots and pans. And Patty B, that is hilarious. Shoes, really? Yes, Kimberly, shoes, really. Big Mike, I just ordered 2 pairs of SZ12 on Amazon MX. They were New Balance and stretchers, high quality. The price was cheap and the shipping, but order through Amazon Mexico. Oh yeah, now that's another thing. If you're going to order through Amazon down here, you're going to find 2 Amazons on the internet. Let me write something down so I don't forget this. Okay, so you're going to find Amazon in the United States. That's no problem. But what you want to do, and you can find, of course, everything on Amazon, but many products in the United States will not ship to Mexico. So you want to see who does and who doesn't. But I paid for an Instapot, and the price of the Instapot really was only like $200. But because I had it shipped from the United States, it cost me like $400, almost double. But if you go to Amazon MX, then everything you see is shipping in Mexico. And most of the time on Amazon MX, the shipping is free. Ding, 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 ding. Free. Yeah, very good service. Very good service. Okay. Majik. Great shoe advice. Oh, and I tell you what, Amazon is the bomb. I love Amazon. In fact, I'm looking around. This here comes from Amazon. The tripod that is holding it came from Amazon. I've got lighting on the left and the right. That came from Amazon. My Canon M50 came from Amazon. I've got all these little weird wires that I don't even know what most of them do. All of this stuff came from Amazon. I love Amazon. Okay, Patty B. Oh, William Stoneman. I guess that means no size 13. Yeah, that's exactly what it means. Though, I know a guy down here, he's like 6'5". He has 5. John Colby in the house. And you guys that contribute every week, thank you so much for regularly contributing to the channel. John Cole, oh, Big Mike with another 45 cents. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Keep that channel going. Thank you so much, you guys. Rosa Katz, Patty B, that is where my grandma and my mom put their pots and pans. That's funny. That's funny. Crabble, Dr. John, are Amazon returns as easy as here in the United States? Uh-oh, somebody else just sent me a contribution. They're sharing their appreciation for the channel, and they just sent me a message. Let's see if I can figure out who this is. This is from Dareway. Dareway for $10. Thank you so much, Dareway. Thank you so much for donating to the channel. I appreciate that. Okay, now, back to Dr. John. Returns are easy here because we had a neighbor in Chapala, and that was a gated community. So to get in and out of the community, you had to go through security. And so Amazon would either leave her packages with security at the front gate, and then they would take it to her. And security called her the package lady, because she ordered stuff on Amazon like every other day. I mean, religiously. But she would return stuff all of the time. I don't know how you return it, but anyway, she did it all the time, and it was not difficult. Joan Richards in the house. I think she's in Florida. Good morning, Bill. I'm at a funeral right now, but I'm taking 1 second to say hello. Have a blessed day, and bless that person who just went off into another universe. BJ again. I am a Amazon customer. Thanks, Bill, again. Cool. Maytomi, yes to Marijuana Mama. She's saying Casa Anastasia in the Ribero del Pilar neighborhood of Chapala. Check that out. Kimberly, I could only contribute via PayPal, but yeah, I just got it. It just came through. Thank you so much for your contribution. Kate, thank you. Kate, thank you so much. Thank you guys for contributing to the channel. Yeah, it's a lot going on. I've been having, I'm going to say about 30 years ago. Yeah, 25, 30 years ago, I used to do dream work. So I would tell myself, I'm going to remember my dreams. I'm going to remember my dreams. I'm going to remember my dreams. And sure enough, I started remembering all my dreams. I have about 5 dreams a night. And I would set my alarm clock for 3 o'clock in the morning, because that's when it seemed like when the dreams would kick off. And then I would write down what happened in all of the dreams. And then I kind of faded out of that, but now I've decided I want to remember my dreams, because dreams are so weird. And to think, in my dreams, I have all new people. I saw my first wife in a dream last night. But lately, all of my dreams or many of them have been about travel. And I had a dream last night where someone gave me some travel. One thing was like an airplane thingy where you go and you jump out of a airplane, and another one was it was just a trip to a resort. But that's kind of weird because I'm in the travel business, so to speak. But anyway, I'll be doing more travel. Next week, I'm going to make some videos about stuff that you guys have already seen. It's just walking around the neighborhood. And I think it's going to take me about another month to get back on the road. Okay, Kimberly, as more and more flee the U.S., we need more this. Okay, sorry. More people like you. Thank you very much. And a lot of people are coming down here. But let's go back to the mall just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Okay, where were we? We went there. Here I am walking through the mall. And look at the architecture. Look at the shiny floors. And I tell you what really surprised me was, and that's an AT&T office right there for telephone services. But what really surprised me was they had at least 200 security guards in here. They don't carry guns, but they're just walking around, at least 200, which was really hard to shoot video because I knew they would want to take my camera. But you can see the malls, and they have, this one is called the Galleria Mall. So if you come to Matatlan, you can just tell the driver, your Uber driver or the taxi driver, and you can say, take me to the Galleria. And they have a Galleria in Puerto Vallarta. It's giant, it's fabulous. I lived about a mile away from the Galleria in Zapopan, which is part of Guadalajara. It's giant. It's fabulous. Also, just a travel tip. A travel tip is, here you go. This piece of paper here. This piece of paper here has my address on the top, and this is Allie and Fraser's address on the bottom. Many times if I'm going somewhere and I don't know what to tell the driver, if I know I'm going to take a taxi, I need to know them. I need to tell them where I'm going. And right now I've been here for a month. And my address is De La Mojara with the number, Sabalo Country, Matatlan with the zip code. And I still don't remember that. I probably won't remember that for another month or two. So if you're going somewhere in a taxi, you want to write it down. Then you can just give it to the driver instead of having to struggle with the Spanish. Now, if you're going in Uber, I've used Uber a few times since I've been here. And then when you turn Uber on, they say where to, and you put in the address. Then you don't have to worry about where you're going. It's in your Uber app. Another little tip is, now I've never heard of what I'm about to tell you until I got to Matatlan. But you guys tell me, do you have this service in the United States? And it's called DDs. That's D-I-D-I. It's here they call it cheap. I'm not going to say the word cheap anymore. I'm sorry. That offends a lot of people. It's called Affordable Uber. And that's DDs, D-I-D-I. And there is a DD app, just like the Uber app. And they say what would cost you like $5 for Uber would only cost you $2.50 with DDs. And somebody told me they have a $5 cap on their services. Whatever. Let me get back to these messages over here. Kimberly, Big Mike, That's called skydiving. Oh, that's funny, Big Mike. Kimberly, have you tried just staying in bed in the morning with your eyes closed? Tears, a great way to access your last dreams of the night. Very good. No, I've not tried that. Kimberly, why do they keep it so cold when EC? I have no idea. I don't know. Alan, that looks like a great mall. I am surprised by lack of people. Okay, Alan, I was in the mall. I think that was a Tuesday morning. I was in there at Tuesday morning at 11:30 in the morning. You go in there on a Sunday, you go into any mall in Mexico on a Sunday or in the evenings, and it's filled with people. That's just because of the time of day that I was there. Oh, Keith. Everyone is fleeing Canada if they can, including me. Russ Shrewsbury, are you going to eat at the food court, Bill? I'm coming right back to Russ. Brenda, BJ, great advice. Write it down. Am I going to eat at the food court? I tell you. Let's take a look at the food court. Here I'm walking through the mall, and in every galleria, they have a giant food court. But again, look at the high ceilings, look at the lighting. Notice that the floor is shiny. There's our first introduction to the food court. And again, look at how shiny the floors are. Now we're getting closer and closer to the food court. We are in the food court, and in here they must have had about 100 different places to eat. Again, I think this is Tuesday morning, and you can see many of the places are not open yet. This is like 11:15. You can see a Subway right over there. This room is huge, but I tell you, you go there in the evening or on a Saturday or on a Sunday, and this place is packed. And I was very surprised the type of foods that they had. Of course, they had a Burger King, okay? Of course, they had a Dairy Queen. Mexicans love some Dairy Queen. And here's what really surprised me. I'm going to show you this one. It was a shocker. They have Popeye's fried chicken. That's funny. A Popeye's fried chicken. Subway is very popular, and you can find them all through Mexico. But tell me something. Do they have Wings Army in the United States? Because they have Wings Army all over Mexico. Wings Army, and it's a place to buy chicken wings. And it's very popular. Do they have Wings Army in the United States? Okay. 1700 GM. How hard is it for U.S. citizens to get a job in Mexico? Something simple like working at Walmart. Well, if you're an American citizen and you want to work at Walmart, the first thing you need to do is to be able to speak Spanish. I do believe you're going to have to get a work permit. And they have this new thing, and I forget the name of it, but first of all, I think you're going to have some form of visa, like a temporary visa. I don't know if you can work in Mexico and get a work permit if you have one of those 180-day visas. I think you're going to need a CURP number, but you're only going to be able to get that if you have a temporary or a permanent visa. And beyond the CURT visa, they've come up with this new thing. It's like I'm going to call it a new Social Security card for Mexican nationals. And until you get one of those, until you register and have one of those, I don't think you're going to be able to get paid. They say that every Mexican in the country needs one of those numbers, and I'll update you on the name of that thing in the upcoming weeks. Oh, but there are so many small businesses that you can easily get a job at a small business and just get paid under the table. LJ saying, click the like button, Fab Tabor, good morning. Good to see you in the house, Fab. We got a couple of more clips to show. Oh, here we go. We're in the food court. And again, it's early. I mean, it's not even lunchtime yet. I just went here to pay my cell phone bill. But here's McDonald's, of course. And of course, McDonald's is open. They're ready to go. McDonald's is always ready to make money. And people are standing in line at McDonald's. There you go. I'm going to freeze this video. I don't know if we can see these prices, but I haven't been to McDonald's in years. But they have the triple-decker McDonald's, the double-decker McDonald's, and the single-decker McDonald's. And the triple-decker was like 70 pesos. That's $3.50. Is that cheaper here than in the United States? $3.50 for a triple-decker McDonald's. Okay. Everything is so clean. Love it, Bill. Love some good chicken wings too. Now, great show, Bill. Top notch. Thank you, Big Mike. Thanks for donating to the channel. I'm going to do some videos about what I eat in Mexico because I like to save money. I mean, I can go out and eat on the street. I can eat cheap tacos. When I first moved to Vallarta, I lived on quesadilla asada. That's like a cheese taco with onions in it, chopped beef, and beans, frijoles in it. I lived on that for about 2 years. But I like to cook some food, stick it in the freezer, and then throw it in the microwave when I'm ready to eat it. Last night, I made some tuna salad, mayonnaise, relish, which is very hard to find in Mexico, onions, some celery, and that's in the refrigerator, and I can use that for dip with tortillas. But what I like to do, I'll make some spaghetti with tuna and cheese in it, and then cut it up into sections, put it into little freezable, those plastic containers you get at Walmart, and then I just freeze them all up. I can make one pot of spaghetti, tuna fish, and cheese, and that's like a week's worth of food for me. Or maybe I'll make a lasagna, chop that up and stick it in the freezer. And that's how I live because I like to stay at home. Throw it in the nuke machine. I eat a lot of tortillas. No, not tortillas, tostadas. Tortillas are the deep fried, hard taco tortillas. And then I have ragu in the house. I have beans in the house with some cheese, some ground beef. Throw that in the microwave, 2 of those. I'm good. Okay, so, and then let's say a taco costs like 50 cents, but one of my meals cost me like 10 cents. Okay, so I can live like that. Whatever. Katrina the Maker. Can you find collard greens in MX? Yes, you can, which really surprised me. You kind of have to look around. I don't know if it's a regular at Walmart. You might have to go to Soriana, but at many of these little small vegetable shops, and wherever you go, as you go out and walk around, you will find many of these small vegetable shops, and most of them have collard greens. I think they have of course they have a different name. Also, what surprised me is okra. You'll find a lot of okra down here. It's like, I thought that was soul food. I thought only black people knew about okra. But whatever, yes, so you can find collard greens down here. Woo! Kimberly, it's time to ditch the relish. I love my relish. Okay. 17G, I haven't heard of any Wings Army here in California. I know Tijuana, Mexico, south of San Diego has like 3 locations. I don't know what the deal is with Wings Army, but they're all over Mexico, specifically chicken wings. Kay, thank you for another good Saturday. You're a bright, shining light in the challenging personal passage right relish things start. I know here in North Carolina, it is everywhere. Yeah. Okay, you guys, I just have a couple of more. Okay, now we're going to go into a major department store, and this place is called Liverpool. Poke salad, Liverpool. And they have a radio jingle. It says, Liverpool is a part of your life. It's really funny. But you can find everything in Liverpool. I'm getting bad messages here from my Windows as far as bandwidth. But whatever. So let's go back over here. So we're having a little technical problem here. I'm not sure what's going on. But anyway, Buffalonian Duffs, okay. Kimberly, you typing, so I can have a soul food Sunday when I'm food. Yes, you can make soul food down here. There's also the Jiffy Quick. You can even buy Jiffy Quick down here. You have to find special, and for those of you that don't know, you can use Jiffy Quick to make cornbread. And cornbread's kind of hard to find. Okay, other stores you can find. Where am I? Okay, other stores, I got to make some adjustments. Other stores you can find in the mall are American Eagle Outfitters. This is hard to read, but it's the logo for Hugo Boss. And they have GNCs throughout Mexico, so you can buy all your protein powders and all that physical health drug stuff that you would like to buy. But something a little strange in Mexico is the Mac store. They don't have Apple stores. Maybe they have them in Mexico City, in Matatlan, and Puerto Vallarta, in Guadalajara. I never saw an Apple store, but they have Mac stores. And you can see over there on the right, it says premium reseller of Macs. And they had a Mac store in this place, and I'm a Mac guy. Yes, BJ, yes, they have farmers markets, and you can get really fresh, affordable vegetables. Notice I didn't say cheap, I said affordable, at the farmers markets. And they call those tianguis. Okay, you guys, I want to thank you guys very much. I'll see what new, let me look at my notes here. Thank you guys for coming. And for those people that live in Ajijic, Chapala, I think the nearest Galleria Mall would be in Zapopan. and you can just take Uber there. It's a wonderful place to go, but I prefer Amazon. So I'm Bill the Geek. This James and Rena. Last thing I want to eat in Mexico is American fast food. Okay, James and Rena, I agree with you. And I haven't had anything from McDonald's like in 17 years. And I was tempted to get a cheeseburger, but I said no. But when I was in Puerto Vallarta and they opened Popeye's fried chicken, I went to Popeye's. I probably went to Popeye's fried chicken at least 3 times because Popeye's fried chicken is really good. What else will I eat that's fast food from the United States? If they had White Castle down here, I'd eat at White Castle once a week for sure. I ain't proud. Okay, Kimberly, I know you aren't probably shopping for sundresses, but are they widely available and acceptable to locals? I always found Mexicans to be more formal than U.S. and their dress styles. Shrimp, lots of shrimp. Matatlan is the shrimp capital of the world. And as far as sundresses go, those are very popular in Mexico and they are very affordable. Woo! 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 Well, you guys, I'm running out of steam for today. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Thanks for, wow, we have 58 people in the house and we have 50 likes. That's real good on the like side. Okay. 1700 GM in Mexico, you make friends quick in live. I live in apartments. I've been here for 8 years. I have 6 neighbors around me and none of my neighbors talk to one another. I don't know any of their names. Ooh, wow. When I lived in Puerto Vallarta, I lived on a street and we were the only Americans on the street. And this was a lower income neighborhood. I knew every neighbor. I knew all of the kids' names. They would invite me over to dinner. But that was a street and all the people had houses. But it was really, really easy to meet people. Okay, you guys, I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. We will be back here live. I don't know what we're going to be doing next week, but we will be here live next week at 10 a.m. Central Time. Thank you guys so much for coming, and I love you all. Think about you guys all the time. I'll sign off today. I'll take the rest of the day off, do some motivational reading, maybe watch a couple of movies. But I think about you guys all week because all week I want to provide quality content for you on Saturday. I'm Bill the Geek, signing off until next Saturday at 10 a.m. See you guys in the next live broadcast.